We are human beings, and we are far better than the state of this world and these societies, these sad excuses for societies that we are living in. We're not to be subservient slaves to fear. The government is not God. Did you know that? The government is to serve and protect, not rape and suppress. Because it seems to me, many people think the government is God. When the government is inciting fear amongst the people, perpetuating sickness, and dividing and conquering the citizens that it's supposed to serve and protect. And no, I don't want to say this. I don't want to talk about this. I wish this wasn't real life, but it is, and we have to deal with it, or it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And if I don't do something about it, I'm always going to hate myself. If I don't be the change that I wish to see in the world, I will hate myself. I don't hate myself because I realized that in September, and I'm working really hard to do my part, and I need you to do the same. We all have an obligation as human beings to embody the definition of humanity and do our part to make the world a better place. Your soul knows what it needs to already. You are crafted perfectly as you're supposed to be, so long as you embody your true spirit, your true self, and operate through love. Because God is love, and fear is the devil. We live in societies that worship fear and acts like love is the devil or something. And this has been so hard for me to accept. That's why it's taken me so long to talk about it, because I saw these things when I was 11, and it's taken me 18 years of hard work to get to where I am now, to unlearn the trauma and the cultural conditioning enough to connect with my spirit truly and not question that, to know God from within my own soul. And I need you to know that too, because we have been led astray. I can't help but question if God is in on the practical joke that this is, as a means to teach us to be able to decipher between good and bad, love and fear. And it's taken us way too long to learn our lessons. Fear is the illusion that God created for us to work through to get back to Him. We have to use caution because this is real life. And there are scary people, places, and things that are very much not of love. We are to overcome that. We are to abolish suffering and to eradicate evil. That is part of our purpose. This is God's will. God's not in a preacher or a book. God is in your own soul. I don't want you to freaking pretend that I'm cool and stuff. I want you to know that you're cool and that we're all cool. As long as we are embodying the definition of humanity and operating through love. Because I wasted so much of my life away being afraid to be myself, because I grew up in a society that has always hated me, because the society hates passion and soul. The society tells us to deprive ourselves of our own passions and instead follow money Worship depravity, not soul. Fearmonger, don't be loving. Be divided and conquered. I will not accept it anymore. And I will not pretend that it's okay, nor will I pretend that we can't do something about it. We've been taught to be subservient slaves to evil. Evil is fear, is weakness. Life is love, is power. Evil knows that it's weak and that love is strong. Fear knows that it's weak and love is strong. And so fear deludes you into crossing those wires in your brain and pretending otherwise, just like the government, because they know that we have the power. We, the people. But you know this already. It's in your own soul. You have all the answers you need. We don't need the English language to understand the definition of humanity. It's already in our soul. God put it there. And I've had to realize I am a man of God, even though this society tried to tell me I'm the devil for being myself, because the society's backwards. We are all supposed to be of love and compassion, humanity. We're better than this, and we all know it. I will not settle for less anymore. This world belongs to the good people of virtue, and we've been handing it over to depraved, evil, worthless nobodies for what? For why? Manipulation, gaslighting, indoctrination, centuries of slow and steady changes so you don't really notice. But I grew up in this. So what's the excuse of my parents or their parents? Nobody has a good enough excuse because it's not okay. Under no circumstances is it ever acceptable to accept something that's immoral, that's evil, that's wrong. And we all know better than to think anything other than that these societies are absolutely insulting to our souls, to our humanity. 300 billionaires hoarding resources, treating basic human needs as if they're luxuries, throwing food by the mountain into landfills. Yeah, well, if it's so fucking luxurious, why are you just throwing it away, huh? Because it's a game to them. They just want to extort you and extort your life force and suck you dry because they're evil. And I don't want to admit it either. But it's true. Everything is energy, and your emotions are energy too. We can feel that shit. It's literally the sixth sense. And maybe that's part of why they've been teaching us to suppress our emotions. That and the fact that if you suppress your emotions, you stay stuck and sick and stagnant. Because emotions are energy. Energies you have to give motion to. Man, I'm so sick of having to talk about basic common sense. It's not complex. This is not enlightenment. It's humanity. Please, I'm begging you, do your part to make the world a better place so that I don't have to get any louder or work any harder. Because I can't live in hell anymore. We're here to be humanity and create heaven on earth. Do your part. Thank you. I love you.